Hello, I am Divya from Department of Chemical Engineering from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar, and I will be presenting on the topic the sweetening process which is used in the refinery. The contents of this presentation will be introduction to sweetening process, then the need for the sweetening process, and finally the methods of the processes which are used for the sweetening. Firstly, in refinery, the sweetening process is done to remove the sulfur content and the acid gases from the refinery stream. There are some reasons for the need for this sweetening process. First is to meet the environmental standards. Like there are some standards which are being set by the pollution control board or the government or of the state or of the country that the emission of the sulfur should be below the permissible sulfur content in the flue gases. So the sulfur content is reduced or the sweetening is done to meet this environmental standard. Second is to purify the gas stream for the further use in the process. Third is to avoid catalyst poisoning. As we know, sulfur is one of the main reason for our catalyst to get poisoned, and catalyst is a very costly substance, and sweetening is done to protect the catalyst or to avoid catalyst poisoning. The last is to avoid the corrosion. Sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide gases react with moisture to form acids, and these acids can corrode the equipments used in the process. And alkyl and mercaptans are among the most important sulfuric compounds which are distributed in the petroleum products, so it is necessary to remove them either by extraction process or by converting them into harmless disulfides, and such kind of process is generally referred to as sweetening. So here are some methods of the sweetening. The first type of method for sweetening removes mercaptan but do not affect materially other sulfur compounds, and such processes include caustic scrubbing, Marox extraction, solutizer process, etc. The second type of process convert mercaptan to disulfides, and this type of process include doctor sweetening, lead sweetening, Marox sweetening, copper chloride sweetening, inhibitor sweetening, etc. Third type of process remove all different types of sulfur compounds, and this type of process include acid treating, clay treating, soda fining, and catalytic processes. Acid treating and clay treating also removes gums. These are also used for cracked gasoline stocks. The first process is the caustic treatment process. This is one of the oldest method which is used for the sweetening. It is used for the sweetening of the low sulfur content feed, and here hydrogen sulfide in low concentration, naphthenic acid, aryl mercaptan, alkyl phenols are normally removed by a non-regenerative caustic treatment process, which means that the caustic soda which is used here is not regenerated. Naphthenic acid or alkyl phenols are removed by simple one-stage caustic wash in a mixer settler unit because of their effects on some sweetening catalyst. And the recovery of acid is done, and these acid are sold as a byproduct. Next process is the solutizer process. The caustic washing removes some of the light mercaptan, but to remove the heavier ones, the solutizer process is used, and this process utilizes suitable organic solvent or salt in aqueous phase with improved solubility of mercaptan. So this method is more effective as compared to the previous one. This process can treat most cracked or straight run naphthas to sweet the product below 0.003% mercaptan. The advantages of this process are there is an improvement in the octane number, Second is the mercaptan removal give this process a big advantages on high mercaptan content stock. That is for the case of the high mercaptan content stock, this method will be the best. The third process is the doctor treating process. This is this is the process which was first commercially employed for the conversion of the mercaptan. Its operation can be either continuous or batch, regenerative or non-regenerative type. In this, the sour naphtha, that is the naphtha containing sulfur, is mixed with the doctor solution, and then this doctor solution react with mercaptan to form lead mercaptides, and then a stream of lead mercaptide is mixed with the stream of naphtha containing dissolved sulfur, and on reacting it gives disulfides and lead sulfides. The disadvantages of this process is that there is a formation of polysulfide which increases the corrosion and reduces the thermal stability. The reactions involved in the Doctor's process are: firstly, there is a formation of the Doctor solution, that is lead oxide react with caustic soda to form Doctor solution, and then this Doctor solution react with uh, alkyl sulfur to form disulfides and lead sulfide, and finally the uh, NaOH is regenerated. The next process is the copper chloride sweetening process. This process is used for the sweetening of gasolines and kerosene by direct oxidation of mercaptan to disulfide using cupric chlorides as the oxidizing agent. During the process, there is a formation of the water, and this water needs to be continuously removed to maintain the reaction conditions. The advantages of this process are: there is no loss in the octane number, and the product which is obtained is more responsive and it has a good thermal stability. Next process is the Marox extracting and sweetening process. In Marox extracting process, uh, firstly this process is used to extract low molecular weight mercaptans from gases, LPG, and light naphtha fractions. This process removes the total sulfur content from the final product, and the Marox sweetening process is achieved by blowing caustic soda with air in the presence of Marox catalyst. Firstly, the mercaptans are oxidized to disulfides, which remain dissolved in the products. There is no reduction in the total sulfur content of the finished product. So this is one of the disadvantages of this process. The reactions which are involved are the LPG gas containing sulfur is converted to alkyl sulfide, and this alkyl sulfide react with the oxygen. The oxygen here is coming from the air that we are blowing to form disulfides. This is the overall process that is used in the Marox extraction. Firstly, the feed is sent to the extraction unit, and from the top we get the extracted product. From the bottom we get alkyl sulfide, to which is reacted with oxygen by blowing air, and in oxidizer this process take place, and finally the sulfides are formed, and these disulfides are separated in the disulfide separator. Next process is the sulfuric acid treatment process. This is one of the oldest process which is used for the removal of the sulfur aromatics olefins in the sulfuric acid treatment. This is usually applied to the light petroleum distilleries. This process is applicable to the pre-treatment of the straight run naphtha that are to be reformed, and for the removal of thiophene from the aromatic stream. So we can say this process is generally used as generally used before the reforming of the naphthas. Two major drawbacks of this process are that there is a material loss, which results from the formation of the sludge, and the sludge disposal is also one of the disadvantage. Next process is the clay treatment process. This process is generally applied for the removal of olefins and diolefins from cracked gas liquid stream. This process improves the color, odor, and oxidation stability of the lubrication oil-based stock and waxes. In this, the feed enters from the top and the treated products leave from the bottom. While treating lubricating oils and waxes, the slurry of the oil and clay is heated at about 120 to 150 degrees Celsius, and the clay which is used is generally activated in nature. So these are the references that I have used while preparing this presentation. Finally, thank you.